What's up guys, this is Ginger, and in today's video we're going to be talking about some practice techniques using the new 20XX 4.07++. That's hopefully going to help you guys level up your game. First of all, I just wanted to mention that my good friend KJH already has a video out about how to use some of the mechanics within 4.07++. There will be a link to that video in the description below, so make sure you guys check that out. But yeah, let's get right into it. So to start off, we're going to be working on our shield pressure game and our ledge dashes, which you can kind of lump into the same thing. So what you first want to do is back out here and go to the debug menu. You can do this in other versions of 20XX as well. This isn't exclusive to 4.07++. But here in the CPU codes in the debug menu, you scroll down to out of shield selection. And what I'm going to do for now is set it to down B, which will make Fox shine out of shield. So the stage that we're going to use to practice, like I said, our shield pressure and our ledge dashes is actually 4-side. So as you see, I have a Fox CPU set up, and right now he's on normalish, so he's just going to walk over here. So currently I have, you guys can check it out here, I have the in-game toggles on. I have 20XX and debug mode both on right now. You don't have to have debug mode on, but it's really helpful if you want to look at things frame by frame, or just like pause the game without actually having to pause, so you just pause it like this. So to start, we're going to go over to player 4, and like I said, if you're confused about any of the mechanics of using this drop down menu or anything like this, make sure you check out KJH's video. So we first have to turn him to 20XX so that he will actually listen to the 20XX CPU type. Make sure he stays on CPU there. And what I want him to do right now is actually to hold his shield. And if you want to make it so he has infinite shields, which is pretty integral to this part of the video, you just press A and D-pad down at the same time. And I'm also going to be turning off knockback, which is A and D-pad up. So I do A and D-pad down. As you see, the shield freezes right here. And of course it looks small, and what you can just do is try to shield poke him with something. Or throw him, and then he will have a full shield immediately after that. And then, like I said, A and D-pad up is going to turn knockback off. So if I throw him right here, he just basically goes nowhere. So the main reason I practice on 4-side is so that I can push him up against this little wall right here. And the only downside to the stage is actually this little UFO that comes up here and pulls the camera away. But even that is not really a big deal. Normally the camera is going to be zoomed in just like this, which is perfect for seeing exactly where your aerials are placed on shield. As you see here, that small bubble where my Nair is connecting with his shield is how high my aerial is on him. So you want to try and get that aerial as low as possible. So from this position you can just practice any pressure you want, any like pressure sequence. I've shown this on my stream before, and people have brought up to me the fact that there's no shield pushback, right? Like in a real scenario, you're going to have to be drifting a little bit farther forward so that you have shield pushback, which is true, and I do practice shield pressure just on other stages with more knockback, or more shield pushback. But this just helps you get the muscle memory of your pressure into your hands. And you can also use this little platform to like dash dance and use timing mix-ups to come in. Also, you have enough space to set up like a laser dash JC shine into your pressure just like that. And something that I did when I was on the come up and just like practicing or coming up with some practice techniques is I would just do little trials for myself. So what I would do is something like I would do shine, down air, double shine. I would do shine, down air, double shine, down air, triple shine, down air. Right, just like that. And so you can work your way, you can then throw in a Nair, or you can make your down air a little bit higher if you want. And you should have total control over all of those things at all times. And turning off the knockback, the reason I did that and why it's important is so that you can practice your shine grabs as well. This makes it so you can practice your double shine turnaround grabs if you want, and still keep him over here in this corner. So the next part of this, which goes one little step further, is now I'm going to turn knockback back on. So A and D-pad up once more. And then instead of shield hold for the controller, for the computer, I'm actually going to have him shield and out of shield, which you saw at the beginning of the video means that he's going to be doing shine out of shield. So I'm just going to jab him to show you where shine is going to send me. And it actually sends you immediately to the ledge. And one thing I forgot to say too is that you want to set up a save state. from this position as well. So you get sent to the ledge right here, and you can actually practice ledge dashing immediately out of hit stun if you want. So just again, I'm gonna like drop here and then immediately ledge dash, which is pretty beneficial within the matchup. I think it's good for any character to practice doing that, and it's really cool that this is set up just perfectly for you to be able to practice that. Of course, sometimes you might just kill yourself, right? But then you can just set up the save state once more and come back here. And the other reason why I have him on Shine Out of Shield, and why I think it's really important specifically for Falco players to practice with Shine Out of Shield like this, is that you can practice your multi-shines. And if you're just a little bit too slow on your multi-shines, you'll know because the shine will actually hit you. I intentionally did that double shine too slowly just to show you guys. But a good double shine should actually hit him like that. And you can actually have a decent double shine that will actually clank with his shine, just like that one did right there. Which is okay, obviously, because you're still not getting hit by the Shine Out of Shield. But your goal should always be to hit him with the double shine. Just like that. Let's see. The last thing about foreside here and practicing your ledge dashes is that you can also set up right here a save state, and you can actually practice your ledge dashes on both sides, both on the left and the right. See, I obviously need work on the left side, so I should come to foreside more often. So you can practice your ledge dashes on both sides, grabbing the ledge in different ways. Obviously, you can just use your side B over here if you want. Use shine turn on up B, you can wave dash to the ledge, and you can do it from both sides. And you just set up a save state, so regardless if you die or if you air dodge accidentally, you can just get right back to it. So hopefully that makes sense. That is the first part of the video, shield pressure and ledge dashing. And for the next part, we're all just going to do this in one take. We're going to go to shield dropping. So to practice shield dropping, what I do is I actually get a CPU Mewtwo. This actually works a little bit better than Marth, which is what I used to do back in the day. So I get a CPU Mewtwo, and I go to Yoshi's Story because it has the lowest side platforms. And so what I'm going to do is, first of all, position myself right here, turn off knockback, and turn off shield deterioration as well. So from this position, we just make sure that we are not controlled by ourselves. Again, just watch that KJH video if you want to learn any more about this right here. And then make the computer controlled by you. Make sure they're set to human. And from this point, we actually control the Mewtwo, and we no longer control the Falco, right? Even though this is a CPU. And so this has no hit stun right here, or knockback, I mean. So you can actually just do whatever you want from this position, and Falco won't fly away or anything. So what I do is I set up a recording, and then set a save state, and then I just spam up tilts from here. And you can do them at whatever speed you want. Regularly, like, hit lag is gonna mess up the timing of Mewtwo's up tilts anyway, so I normally just spam them for about 10 seconds or so, just to help me out. And then from that recording, you go to playback, and then you just make it so that you are controlled by yourself once more. And then you start that recording back, and see he's just going to be spamming those up tilts. And what you can do is just take it with your shield, and then shield drop punish him from here. And just like how you can set up little trials for yourself by doing those shield pressure sequences, you can also do shield dropping little trials for yourself. Like you can try to do 3 shield drop down airs in a row, for example, right? Oh, I missed that third one, right? So I would do 3 in a row until I could finally get it. And you can do every aerial you want, right? You can do shield drop nair, late shield drop nair, early shield drop nair, and you can always just set back that save state so that you can just keep him spamming up tilts. That is the main way that I practice my shield drops. And again, it's really helpful for Mewtwo because if you set this up as Marth, see how it's shield poking me sometimes? Mewtwo's tail actually reaches a little bit higher than Marth's sword. So Marth actually shield pokes you almost all the time when you're trying to set him up to do this. But Mewtwo is actually really, really good for it. So that's what I do to practice shield dropping. For the next part of the video, this is kind of interesting because you actually don't need to use 4.07++ for this, because you can record a Puff just crouching next to the ledge. But for all of those that don't have the new 20XX, you can actually just grab a second controller. See, this controller isn't plugged into anything, obviously. And what you want to do to make the Puff crouch indefinitely is just hold up on the stick. Here, I'll show you guys. Hold up on the stick right before you plug in the controller, or as you're plugging in the controller, sorry. So I'm going to go do that right now. Be right back. Okay, perfect. So what you guys probably saw is this player 2 controller just sink straight down, which is perfect for what we need. So we're going to get player 2, set them to Jigglypuff, alright? And what I like to do, by the way, this is just a quick thing, is that I keep it on 99-man survival test, which is just, you have 99 stocks, right? And I keep it at 10 minutes, especially for this. I can't show it because of the controller, but I keep it on 10 minutes instead of 8, just because that's how long I like to spend practicing certain little things. So what I do is I just go to Battlefield here, and this is to practice your double lasers from the ledge, which is something that I think is really, really important, and I see a lot of low and mid-level Falcos actually screw up all the time, which is where that whole meme started where, you know, that's not safe, my guy. But if you have a crouching Puff right here, normally I walk her over to the edge, and like I said, since I plugged in the other controller, they're just going to be crouching indefinitely. This Puff is just going to keep crouching here. And so what you can actually do with your double lasers from the ledge is you can actually hit Puff with both of these rising double lasers if you actually get them low enough. So that is like, you're never going to be able to get it perfectly consistent, but your goal is to hit her with at least one of them. And if you can hit her with at least one, it actually slowly pushes her to the other side of the stage, each laser that she takes. So she'll get farther and farther and farther, and my goal over the course of 10 minutes is to actually kill her using only double lasers from the ledge, which will look something like this if I can actually do it. See, she's almost dead. Okay, those were two perfect examples of where both double lasers hit right there. And you see she actually falls off of the stage, and then what you can do is just start going from this side. And then it'll slowly push her to the other side, and eventually she'll die. And if you can do that in the course of 10 minutes, then your double lasers are probably better than almost anyone else's on this planet. So definitely a very helpful technique, especially when people are getting killed all the time. I see it because you can definitely practice your ledge dashes, which is something good to do from the ledge, but if someone's giving you that space, you definitely want to take advantage and use those double lasers. So I'm just going to quickly unplug this controller really quick so I can navigate the menu correctly. And so the next thing I'm going to do is usually what I use as a hand warmer a lot of the times, and I actually recently discovered this on my stream. So what I do is I go to Special Melee and Stamina Mode, and then I will set up just myself and a CPU Fox, and I'll go to FD. This is to practice your combo game. So what I do here is, let's see, he's player 2. What I'm going to do is actually set him to just stay so that he is still a 20XX CPU. So he is still going to be teching everything. He is still going to be DIing everything, trying to smash DI everything. And since this is stamina mode, his percent is actually set somewhere around 25%, which is a really nice percent for Falco, or Falco combos, because your down air isn't going to send him into a tech animation, right? He's just going to be able, you can just down air shine all you want until all of his stamina is gone, right? So you set him up here, and just practice all of your basic combos. And something cool that you can also do is set up a down air, shine, and then up tilt, and you can actually reaction tech chase from that position. So like I said, this is something that I think is really good as like a hand warmer if you have 5 minutes at a tournament with a setup by yourself or something. So you can just keep practicing your own little combos right here, and it really gets you in the mindset for how you should be comboing a Fox, even if they're SDIing anything. Because you should be able to react to Fox's SDI and DI away from your shines, perfectly so that you can combo him if you had to from literally 0 to 150, right? And that's the goal here. Sometimes he is going to DI off stage, and it's just going to be impossible for you to keep that combo going, but that's why you set up a save state in the center of the stage. So this is just a little manipulation of 20XX and using the stamina mode, which was in vanilla melee. So the last thing that I'm going to show you guys how to do is how I practice my power shields. This is something that I don't really see many low and mid-level players use, as well as high-level players, honestly. There's probably only 20 people in the world that actually take advantage of power shielding. But I'm not talking about power shielding projectiles. I'm actually talking about power shielding aerials or just moves in general. So we're going to go back to the debug menu right here and go to CPU codes. And we had Fox set to down B out of shield, which was shine, right? And now we're just going to set him up to shuffle aerial out of shield. And because there are two ways of actually practicing this. And this is one of the most effective ways on the older versions of 20XX, but for this one you can actually just set up a recording. But we'll go through that right here. Okay, so perfect. He is on 20XX, that's what we want. And so the old method of practicing this, which I still think is pretty effective, we set him on shield and out of shield. And like you saw, we just set that to shuffle aerial out of shield. So we're going to turn infinite shields on just so his shield doesn't break constantly. And it doesn't really matter whether or not you have knockback on or not, because you're going to set up a save state regardless. So I like to push him a little bit closer to the center of the stage, just so the camera's a little closer to us. And then I set up a save state right about here. And then what you want to do is if you actually laser the shield, as you see, he does a shuffled aerial out of his shield. And I'm going to do something really quickly just with my controller to make this power shielding a little bit easier. Okay, perfect. So I just made it so that my triggers only have hard shields now. I can't light shield. This is just for an example. You don't have to do this, but it does make power shielding a little bit easier. That's just another little tip for you guys. So again, we have the save state set up, and we can just laser and then run in shield. And as you see, it actually power shields as we run in. And this is, like I said, the old method of how to practice doing these power shields. The only bad thing about this version of 20XX and these out of shield options, I know I'm not doing it very consistently, is that he actually mixes up his timings. Like right there, I actually got a power shield shine, right? You can also practice like power shield down smash. Let's just do that real quick. See, he actually mixes up the timings of his aerials. See, we got a power shield down smash. So if you have an older version of 20XX, like I used to have literally the first version of 20XX that ever came out, you can actually still practice this, because he'll do only the exact same timing of a short hop nair out of shield every single time. But like I said, since we can set up recordings, what I'm going to just do is make sure I'm not controlled by myself, and then I am going to control this computer really quickly. And so we have full control of this fox, just like I was talking about before. And what I'm going to do is just record him doing a full hop nair at me. And this is really helpful because you could just play this back right here. Oh, shoot, sorry. I forgot to set up a save state when I did the recording. Classic. This is on the correct player. Yes? Okay, perfect. So, like I said, just set up that full hop nair right there. And if you play this back, he'll just keep doing it. Now we make sure that you are controlled by yourself once more. And you can actually practice power shielding at the exact same timing with him coming in just like this. And then what you can do if you do a power shield up tilt or like a power shield shine is that you can practice your combo game again just off of this power shield shine. So what I like to do is just this right here, and then I'll just combo him up to whatever. So you could do that. But obviously you don't have to. You can just keep resetting him and keep making him hit your shield so that you can just continually, or not hit your shield. Make sure he's running in with full hop nair so that you continually just practice your power shields. Like I said, you can practice power shield up tilt, power shield shine, power shield jab, whatever you want from this position. Yeah, it's really nice to just have him set up so that you have the exact same timing over and over again. And know that he's not going to shield poke you with something random, right? So those are the 5 things that I really wanted to go over. And those are just some helpful tricks on how to use the new 4.07++. And also some ways that you can practice using vanilla melee. And those are just some things that I don't see Falco players really utilizing that often, like low double lasers, those power shields like I was just talking about. And I think 4-side, I think will help a lot of people get a lot of better like shield pressure on. I see a lot of Falcos just go for laser grabs and just try to throw people off stage, which definitely has its place. But I think that practicing your shield pressure and all of your different shield pressure sequences is really important. Because at the core of it, Falco is a mix-up character, right? So if you have all of your mix-ups available to you by practicing, then you're going to be a lot better off than just being one-dimensional and just throwing someone off stage every time. And it might seem like some of these things were just Falco-specific, but I think that any other character can really use just about any of these, maybe not the double laser one like I was talking about before, but to practice shield dropping, for example, using that Mewtwo, I think that any character could do that. I think 4-side, like if you wanted to be a Peach and practice your shield pressure against the wall right there, would be really good, as well as the ledge dashes on both sides of that platform over on the right side of the stage, I think is really helpful. And the stamina mode Fox is actually really, really useful for characters like Fox or Marth, because at that percent, it's really hard to chain grab them, and you have to have really quick reactions, as well as Sheik, who can just continually tech chase in stamina mode just like that. So hopefully you guys can find some uses, regardless of whether or not you're a Falco main. Hopefully this video has been helpful. I plan on producing some more content, so if you like the video, consider subscribing to my YouTube. And you guys have been awesome. Thank you so much for watching the video, and have a great day.